My name is Benjamin. Most everybody knows me by Ben Aguilera. I'm an attorney. I'm a transactional attorney, and I'm a shareholder with the law firm of Greenberg Traurig. And my practice is what is called M&A, mergers and acquisitions, general corporate work, with the ability and the emphasis of doing those acquisitions in Mexico and throughout Latin America because of my Hispanic background, my language ability, and the knowledge of the business and how to do business abroad. I came here to Phoenix in 1993, and by 1994, I was attending meetings of the Arizona-Mexico Commission. Back in the day, they used to be called plenaries. So I started in 1994, just as a regular member. So I had no specific position or anything with respect to any of the committees. I just, took the benefit of attending as many committee meetings as I could. And then eventually, in about year 2000, 2001, I was appointed to be a co-chair of the finance, business, and legal section of the commission. I have always been a very strong believer on globalism and international commerce, and I saw that Arizona was uniquely positioned, geographically speaking, and culturally speaking as well, to benefit from expanding global trade. And I believe that to this day, Arizona still has a lot to gain for being involved, and we're reaping the benefits at this stage, but there will be more to come. It had a very strong beginnings, when we started the commission almost 60 years ago, and has been very consistent for the most part. But over the last 10 years, if you will, we had a difficulty with the Arizona relationship with Mexico for political reasons. Thankfully, with Governor Ducey being an entrepreneur himself before coming into politics, he had the vision that being close to the border, having the benefit of a thriving economy in Mexico, and also a partner with respect to the manufacturing industry, that we Arizonans will benefit from that. So he's been really good about developing and opening more opportunities for Arizona. And I think that over the last 5-6 years, this relationship has thrived and it continues to thrive. So it's a very positive development, I think, for not only for business but for the community as a whole. The so-called USMCA, that stands for the United States, Mexico, and Canada Trade Agreement, can be conceptualized perhaps as NAFTA 2.0, if you will. What in essence is doing is expanding on the beginning of NAFTA. NAFTA was signed in 1994, so it has become of age, number one. And in a lot of regards, the business, as it always happens, moves much faster than laws and trade agreements. So the USMCA is going to come to update and capture all these dynamics that have evolved since we started with NAFTA. So in layman terms, it's a trade agreement that is going to facilitate business among the three countries, Canada, US, and Mexico, to benefit from a trading bloc, not only in terms of an expanded base of consumers, which is in fact one of the main tenets of this, but an expanded layout of the groundwork for all the businesses to now be integrated into a trade agreement that before they were not, and give more certainty and security to investors in the three communities as far as how they can plan their business, what effects that's going to have on tariffs or the benefit they will receive from doing business in these three countries. One recent achievement has been growing, and has been the relationship between Governor Ducey and not only the governor of Sonora, Claudia Pavlovich, but also the closeness that he has been able to achieve with the country as a whole. In the not so recent past, Arizona was not very welcome as far as doing business with Mexico or from Mexico, and Governor Ducey has turned all this around. So that's, to me, has been the biggest achievement, because small specific achievements as far as an agreement here or there for a particular industry, that's good. But overarching achievement that he has gotten us into is going to permeate every single part of the economy here. So this closeness that he has developed with the power brokers of Mexico in general has been the biggest achievement that I have seen, and that I was concerned we were not going to get there in the midterm or long term, and he has achieved it in the short term. The perception that people may have that the Arizona-Mexico Commission is only perhaps for politics and the like, but no, we have about 14 or 15 committees that affect the lives of Arizonans on many different fronts, such as security, homeland security, such as also energy, mining, economic development, real estate. So I think that people will benefit from just poking their head into our summits, and I can assure you that they will get a benefit not only professionally but personally as well. One of the things that I'm very proud of about being here at Greenberg is that we are perhaps the only one. I don't know of any other law firm, to my knowledge, no other law firm in the state of Arizona is working closely with the USMCA. Not only in terms of knowing what it is and what it says, but our governmental department or shareholder group in Washington, D.C. is very integrated into the process of getting the USMCA approved by Congress. So we represent some public organizations, and we represent private parties that have an interest in this. So our governmental practice is heavily involved in Washington, attempting or trying to convince Congress to take on this task and pass it.